Welcome to EVE Online. I'm Major Freak. This is going to be really short. I'm not going to do a mineral index yet. I've been doing OMNM mineral indexes ever since EVE Files and Kriba had that website. Lost most of my pictures, so I don't have a real good ability to talk about days past, but I made one about 2 weeks ago, just after the February 11th moon distribution devblog, when prices just went crazy and people started hoarding in expectation of, taking advantage of the shortage. I don't see any real change since I last I'm not really interested in doing it again because it looks like the market has plateaued since I last did it. Yeah, I mean, I go by buyers, absolutely, and it hasn't really budged much. I don't play the 0.01 0.01 ISK game. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the effects, the new nerf to marketing. Interesting. It looks like people are catching on and making expiry dates on their orders. That's a workaround for sure, isn't it? Anyway, sorry, I digress. So it's pretty much plateaued since last time I looked at it. Nothing much has changed, and I don't think anything will change. I think everybody's holding their breath to see if CCP bothers to follow up with their devblog. They haven't mentioned anything in Pulse or their patch notes. I haven't seen anything yet. I check every day. In the devblog, it explicitly said this is going to be phase 3 of possibly a 5-part. Step 3 of the first phase, which involves the nerfing of standard ore in moons. And they said it was going to be next release, and they said it was going to be next month, and it's getting really close to the end of the month here. I expect it's going to happen. My instinct says they're a bunch of smart asses, and it's going to happen April Fool's Eve, which is on a Tuesday. So I think they might push it out then. And the reason I'm making this video, what motivated me is that Singularity has been down for almost 2 days now, and that's unusual. It's hopefully going to be mirrored. That'd be great. I'll lose some data I've been working on, but I can always redo it. It was about Ore refreshing. It's interesting. Ore refreshes every 3 days from 0 in the same spot in the same composition to the same number, but it takes quite a while, and after 6 days it's at 50%, and then it starts to slow down in the refreshment, 10% every 3 days. So that means like every 16 days it'll refresh to full, which is bananas. So yeah, that's your answer of why the belt you just drained is not replenishing quick enough. Nobody's stealing it. It's just CCP. I don't see anything different. Not enough to make me want to do the index again. Stable, Veldspar, Spark, everything seems to be in line, kind of, with what you'd get if you were a noob and trying to reprocess and had middling skills for reprocessing. That would be something that you could do in a day. and the only one that's really tanking right now is Jaspit. But otherwise, it's pretty much across the board. Now, Brilliant Nest was pretty funny. It was actually above what I could get it at with excellent skills and a low-sec rigged reprocessing. And the ore was actually more lucrative than the refined minerals itself. I'm actually thinking of doing missions finally for Caldari. I hate Caldari. I've got a real blind spot when it comes to the advantages of being Caldari. And one of them, for so long, is that I've never gone to Jita and refined my stuff. Which is silly because it'll only take, what, 6 standing to get, that's a bunch of level 4 missions, 6 standing, and, you know, connection skills, stuff like that, to get enough to lower the tax enough, so that would be completely possible to compress my ore, go to Jita, refine it, and sell it. I mean, it's just, I don't know why I haven't done it. It's just, I loathe all things Caldari. I hate missiles, I hate their stupid ships, I hate shield tanking, everything about it. Drones, I don't know why I roleplay NMR so much. It's pretty funny. Anyways, so yeah, definitely take compressed. It's 25 times less voluminous as the refined volume that you would get out of reprocessing the ore. And of course, the ore, some of the ores like Feldspar doesn't compress very well. Spotty Main doesn't compress very well. Ness is middling, but the best one is Jaspit. And that's maybe why it's tanking. I sold a crap ton of it recently at Jita. I think it might have single-handedly tanked market. For compressed Jita. Jaspit. Oops. I don't think so. When was that? I mean, look, I mean, volumes trade all the time, right? So, 14th? It might have been me. Okay, yeah. But yes, definitely run missions, get your Navy, Galari Navy standings up to 6 or close to it. That'll help your, yeah, just reprocess it and sell it if you don't see, the estimated is off because it'll use, you know, the sell value, which is not as accurate as the buyer's order, which, you know, I mean, who does the 0.01 IS game anyways? Not me, never. Oh, a couple of times, but that's just rare. I don't do it for. I think that's about it. I've covered probably everything I can about the ins and outs of the market without belaboring the issue. I'm not going to go into anything else. I do fuel blocks in my price list and Moongoo in my price list, but I'm not going to bore everybody with blathering on about stuff we really don't care about. It's just what is selling great, Feldspar of course, and what is a good idea if you want to haul really, because Jaspit is from the best, like I was saying, the Feldspar compresses the worst, Spotty Main next worst, but the best, the one that compresses the absolute best is Jaspit. And it's not because of an error on CCP part, it's just that they've made all the compression about 26, 25, 27 times less voluminous as the volume of minerals you get from reprocessing the ore. And Jaspit refines into minerals really small, like there's hardly anything compared to the ore volume. And of course the compression doesn't compound that, it's just ridiculously small. So I highly recommend it, and since the price of the Immaculate Jaspit is, or you know, the Jaspit is tanking for compression in Jita, get the standings up, refine it, sell it, tons of money, and you'll be able to haul way more to Jita. than any other ore ever. So yeah, highly recommend it. I probably tank the market myself. Oh Jesus. Okay. I'll take that conceit. But yeah. No, I'm not going to talk about plex or ships or anything. Just that's all I care about. Or good day.